so it'll take a little time for that to kick in. Da, 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 da. Get this set up. Such a lady she is.
You normally don't find that amusing. I hope we're not recording.
We are.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding.
My apologies.
Thus the reason why I started giggling was because...
And
now she's red. That's good.
Had I known.
That's my wife. That's my girl. She's all educated.
Oh my God.
She can know how to use that pinky spoon.
God. My apologies. I did not know.
Oh, that's funny.
I usually save that just for you.
I love you. Oh. All right, let me get my mic down.
As he fills out divorce papers.
No. Honey, if the worst you can come up with is a good mouth
belch.
toot, you got to come up better than that. Oh, that was funny. Hey, folks, welcome.
That was not funny. Now I'm embarrassed.
No, don't be
Look how red my
embarrassed.
face is. Look
Yes.
over there.
Yes, it's pretty good. Yes, welcome.
Oh my gosh!
Welcome.
Please edit that out.
I can't. It's on the video.
You can't do.
Oh, welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast pre-show. Holy smokes, boigle. See?
You can edit it out.
In lovely Technicolor. Well, I might edit it out of the pre-show. I gotta start this up anyways. Here we go. Okay.
Oh.
The pre-show, by the way, yeah. welcome to the pre-show. And yes, actually you're safe. You are safe. And you want to know why you're safe? Don't cry.
Why?
You are safe because
Don't cry. I'm not crying. I'm just. Oh my God.
Because I did not hit record on the record button.
Oh, thank God. So you can't edit it out for everybody else.
But it is on the video. So, just saying, welcome to the pre-show podcast.
I do apologize to everybody in the chat room.
Oh, that was funny. Because we're
That's not funny.
It was hilarious. That is good comedy.
I did not realize.
That is good comedy, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, we let me get this going.
My
here.
apologies. See, I feel like an idiot now.
No. We started up the cameras and
You
we're
should've told
going.
me.
And she sat down and just
for those who missed my ladylike moment.
She's such a lady, she is. She let one loose. And I don't mean the raise your chair type. I mean
Yeah, I belched.
Yeah, she belched. And it was funny because she's like, you aren't recording, right?
And you can't ask before you do it.
And Memphis Mafia is in the chat room and said,
You're recording.
You're recording.
Like,
now,
of course we are.
As a saving grace,
because that's how this week is gone.
I did not have the actual Zoom recorder recording.
So you can edit this out.
Well, it's already edited because it never was recorded.
Right.
So on the Zoom, when it goes out into the Patron podcast, you cannot. It won't be on there. Well,
unless
it started
Memphis
after.
Mafia says anything.
It stopped after the fact. But if you go to the video for episode 77
in YouTube,
my
God,
the very, very beginning, you will get Miss Amy being all etiquette and stuff.
Being a redneck.
Oh my gosh, we got a great show for you guys tonight. It is so cool.
And I promise I won't do that anymore on the show.
I'm not saying nothing.
No, you're not.
I am keeping very, very quiet.
Yes, you are.
As a church mouse.
Yes, you are.
Because I know better.
Uh-huh.
So yes, it's funny. So anyways, I'm getting the notes ready, dear. I'm just saying. There you are. So yes, that's how it started out, and it's just funny. It is just so funny. Let's see. We are on episode 77, so let me take care of this.
But that's
real
how
quick.
our family rolls.
It is. We're not. We're all we're etiquette and stuff.
We're not, and that's the thing.
Yes.
I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, that's a good one."
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
We're not.
Yes, we're not.
We're not public people.
Well, we are. It's just we only have our type of public.
Yeah, well.
So
Apparently, YouTube is my public now. Oh, good for her.
What's that? You can't leave me in suspenders like this.
You can read.
I'm doing this. By the way, if you're wondering why we're kind of looking around in the pre-show in the very beginning of what we do here, if you're brand new, by the way, welcome to the pre-show. This is the show before the show. And what we do in this is we go through and we make sure that all the different things are set up so when we actually do the podcast, when it starts in about 20 minutes, 18 minutes, give or take, at 8:30, that you're able to enjoy it and get everything that you can from all the fun stuff here.
Wow.
So yeah, we do all this. We push buttons. We test sounds. We do all sorts of things.
Mafia Wife is hosting her very first event.
Oh, congratulations! Now this is one of the cool things. We did the hangout for August.
Yeah,
and
October's a couple months away.
Yeah, that's a couple months away, and we did the patron hangout for our patrons last weekend. And had a great time, met a lot of new faces, and one of the set of the faces is a good friend of the show, which is Memphis Mafia and the Memphis Mafia family, and so we got to put some voices and faces with the names, which is so cool because they're always in the chat room when we're recording, and they're a big advocate for the show, and we really, really do appreciate it. So yeah, same for everybody else that came by. We had a good time. We hope you enjoyed the video if you didn't get a chance to make it. And yeah, it was really a lot of fun. All right, let me see. Checking some stuff out here. We've got that all set up. Yeah. Okay. So that's cool. Yeah, we had show and tell when we did.
No, you had show and tell. That was possibly the longest explanation for a name.
Yes, but it's a good one, and it's a real honest mention that one of the things that we had talked about in the hangout was the origins of our geocaching names, and HeadHardHat has a long history. HeadHardHat
begins with your ex-wife.
Yes, begins with she says with seething venom. It started out with the Red Hat Society.
Don't tell the story.
And the Red Hat Society, we needed something for the guys, so we invented the Hard Hat Brotherhood.
Yeah.
And one of the things.
Oh, goody! It's show and tell again.
Besides the hard hat, which we'll show you one day if you're not a patron.
If you're good.
If you're good, we'll show you the original hard hat for the HeadHardHat.
It's the thwacker.
Is the thwacker. Now, what this was based for.
And we have a bazillion of those things.
So if you want them.
If you want one, let me know.
We got them. So basically what this is something we sold them off to the other Hard Hat Brotherhood because we literally had people all around the world that were in the Hard Hat Brotherhood for guys. And so basically what we did is we invented the thwacker. Now the thwacker, if you
Let me show you what it does.
Uh-huh. Yes, exactly. It is representative of a 2x4. And it's made out of this seat cushion foam. And, of course, it had the Hard Hat Brotherhood emblem and the thwacker. So the idea was for the wives. The guys
beat their husbands.
Yes, the guys were tired of going to the emergency room from them using real 2x4s. So we made this for the wives so that if they had to, this is a lot better than going to the emergency room. So this is the thwacker, and this is an original. We've got literally probably about 1,000 of these things.
Yeah.
And
the Memphis kids would love it.
Oh, I'll tell you what. You get a
like
couple
2
of
or
these going.
3 of those things.
You get this going. We may sell these for a couple bucks each,
or just give them away.
Well, you got to pay the postage with something. So,
oh well, all right, fair enough.
So that's how that goes. So yeah, I've got a ton of stuff from the Hard Hat Brotherhood that closed down. Shirts we've got.
We'll send you a shirt and a thwacker.
If you like golf, we've got a complete golf set.
Yes.
With the tees and the little pointer thing that you hold you pick up your ball and you put the little pointer down for, and tee lifter and all sorts of stuff, and probably about 2 dozen tees for each set. We got a bunch of that. We've got Hard Hat Brotherhood emblems, glow-in-the-dark emblems. We got all sorts of stuff. The Brotherhood lasted about 4 years. I started it back about 2004, and it went great. And then suddenly, bleh. And it was, like I said, it was based off the Red Hat Society. If you don't know what that is, look up Red Hat Society, and you'll learn about Sue Ellen Cooper, who started that, and it took off for wildfire for many, many years. I think it's still going, but I don't know if it's as prominent as it used to was. So that was really cool.
So anyways,
that's how that goes, and we did a little show and tell, so we learned where HeadHardHat came from. So that's how that went. And for some reason, you have just complete disdain for any of that. I just don't understand.
No, not disdain. I have like a bazillion thwackers on our front porch.
Yes. Well, see, what happened is the storage
I'm
units.
interested in anybody who would like 1 or 12.
Or 12.
Then,
yes.
I mean, Urban Dude said, I want one. I told him not to toy with me because I will send him one.
We'll do it. The Hard Hat Brotherhood stuff.
He said put a thwacker in with a flashlight.
I'm telling you, it's one of those.
He's serious, I think.
I used to actually have the boxes. I don't know. What happened is a storage unit, the last and only storage unit I had in Michigan, was cleared out.
And now it's in our house.
And now it's in our house and in our porch. And we're going to get a storage unit to put all this stuff in. So we've got literally...
Did you get the email I sent you about that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good.
So we'll look into that.
I've even picked one out.
Like I said, we will be putting this stuff in storage because for some reason, Amy does not like all the boxes of Christmas stuff and all this stuff that
Has anybody
I haven't had.
ever lived in a storage unit?
It's like that.
It's like that.
Because our house, even though you may think it's a large mansion surrounded by a moat, it is not. And we have almost, if not zero, storage.
Yeah, which is weird. Because,
for a house.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
Yeah. So anyways, we have a ton of this stuff, and we got to get rid of it somewhere. So we'll figure that out. So
I'm gonna send him a thwacker. He thinks I'm kidding.
I used to have.
I'm mailing one.
To send the T-shirts and to send out all the stuff, because I had a whole store. I had literally an online store that we sold all this stuff out. We sold a lot of T-shirts, a lot of other stuff. And so I actually had boxes that fit the thwackers. I think you could put 3 thwackers in a box.
I'm going to find a box
and mail it nicely. Unfortunately, after 8 years of sitting in storage in Michigan, those didn't come back.
No.
So that's how that went.
No.
So
some of the ornaments didn't make it either.
No, some of them got rather mouse infested.
Yes.
Luckily, they weren't ones that were.
Yeah, I mean the thwackers are fine,
right,
obviously.
Yeah.
Of course, the thwackers are fine. They don't like foam.
Yes. So yes, actually, these things don't laugh. I may actually, when we're going to keep several boxes because it is 2-inch thick foam. These things, if you hot glue them together, you can like make forts for your kids. You can.
That'd be awesome.
I'm serious. You can make a little log cabin out of foam. I'm actually going to use it to soundproof my next studio, and then put something in front of it because orange is rather, bright.
I like orange, but
But
whatever.
in the next studio, wherever we move, when we move, if we move, kind of thing, I'm going to use those because 2-inch thick is going to. All I got to do is glue them together and drop them down from the ceiling and tack them in.
You could also glue them together and make a nice jumping pad for a 2-year-old.
Oh yeah, you can do all sorts
Grayson
of stuff with
would
that.
love it.
We're going to do that. So yeah, we got a ton, and we need to get rid of them. Let's see.
We've already gotten rid of one.
All right. We have a prize pack show tonight. We have got.
Do I get something?
No. You did. You got a path tag.
I did.
You now have 3.
I do have 3.
Congratulations. You're gonna have to get a bigger frame.
Yes. I don't have a frame.
Well, you'll have to get.
They're on my nightstand.
So some of the stuff you're gonna, because one of the things we like to do is show,
I didn't make the meeting this week, folks.
No, she did not make
FYI.
the meeting. And some of the things that we are going to give away tonight, one of them you are going to go ape cuckoo over. This is
me or them?
All of us. Because what this is, you're going to get a sneak peek
Oh, yeah.
These are...
It's back in stock now.
They may be back in stock now.
They are.
They are. Okay,
yes.
You checked. All right, these are back. Coinsandpins.com. We told you last week that they sent us some packages of stuff. And one of the things that they sent, we only got the one to give away. And
only got one?
Yes. This is it.
The 7 souvenirs.
This is the 7 souvenirs of August GeoCoin.
Now, when he got this, he said, well, it's really weird that they don't have the Achiever on there.
Right. It's got the 6
Turns out that there's a separate coin for the Achiever.
Right. Which I want.
I want that and the Achiever.
We're going to talk to coinsandpins.com because that's...
Thank you.
You can get engravings on this. They got a beautiful back end so you can engrave them. And
that
put that in and all that. We are giving this away for the Cash Stash tonight for episode 77.
Shame Memphis Mafia had to go to volleyball.
That's what happens.
Well.
That's how it goes. So that's one of
That's
the prizes.
mean. I shouldn't do that.
That is one of the prizes of... Well, she can watch the video and go for it. It's going to be
it's
a
Jesse.
weekly.
It's him.
Okay,
Jesse.
it's weekly.
Because she's at the event.
Right. So they still have time to... they have all week. You have all week to come in.
Oh, so we're not giving it away tonight.
No, we are giving it away as the prize for episode 77.
I missed the meeting, so please just bear with me.
All right, other stuff we're giving away tonight.
Oh, Taz wants one.
Okay, yes, I do too.
Yeah.
All right, tonight we have a whole plethora.
Oh, yeah, that.
We are giving away all this stuff from the Space Coast Geocaching Store. Our August patron show is over.
Yes.
And we are going
August is over.
August is over.
For the most part.
Yep, and we are going to do that. So we got all these great prizes. We also have a honorary mention, 2nd and 3rd place, which is the same thing. And what we're going to give away for the patrons for that is each, if you win either 2nd or 3rd place, you're going to get 2 Space Coast Store path tags. You're going to get an official Space Coast geocaching sticker, and you are going to get a 10% discount card. So get out there and go crazy with Geocaching Store. We're going to give 2 sets away. And
we better get busy.
So if you're a patron, you're going to be wanting to watch this show. Now, while we're thinking about this,
by we, he means him.
Him. I have to look up something here and get this ready because I just thought of this. And
you just now thought of it?
Well, yes.
At 8:25?
Well, I'm not the fastest in the room when it comes to things like this, but we're going to start the show. The reason why I did this is because I have to be able to pull a name from our existing patrons. And so I need the list for that, and I have that on a special
list
thing.
Of patrons?
Yes, I have a list of patrons on my
Well, you have a lot of
Evernotes.
Yes.
So I am going to get that now ready so that when we do the show...
There it is.
Okay, that's what I need right there. All right, and then this is the list. So what we will do is, don't say it out loud, but I'm going to count this out. Okay, so we have this many that are here, and I will use the random number generator with that.
Okay.
And so this is here and ready for us to use when we need it. So now that's ready, and like I said, that's why we do the pre-show, because we get everything ready. We test the music, we make sure everything's set, we're recording, everything's hunky-dory.
Well, of course we are recording.
Yes, Miss Belch a lot. The all part of the fun.
Not really.
Yeah, well, it's funny to us.
Not for me. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that did not want to hear that.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, we started the show, and
I did not know it.
She didn't know we were recording yet. Because
he usually tells me.
And it's like, oh, wow. And she's like, well, I'm sure glad we aren't recording.
Yeah, Memphis Mafia says, you are recording.
We are recording.
I'm
Thank
like,
you, darling. So don't think that's
well, that's bad.
Don't see. That's the other thing that I can't wait for. That is because then the blooper reel will make note. So which episode was it? It was episode 77 pre-show.
And you know, the thing about it is, most of them, you know, since I've been here,
yes,
all the bloopers are going to be me. Most of them.
I would say it's a pretty good fair mix because between my blathering and my slurs and your Betty Rubble laugh, which I think is cute as heck.
But that's not a blooper.
Oh, it's good comedy.
That's not a blooper. A blooper is me belching into the microphone.
And we have that now, too.
Realizing it's recording.
Yes. Good stuff. The other
I blame
thing,
you.
By the way, folks, if you're wondering what's going on right now, we have the pre-show podcast going on for about another 3 minutes. The actual show starts at 8:30, and we are so glad you're here. It's a lot of fun. For the people that were asking, yes, I did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah, he did.
And it's
I missed
awesome.
it, but Miss Janice got to dump a bucket of ice water
and
on
I
it.
didn't wimp out like I see a lot of other people.
And I'm pretty sure she enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yes, she did. Because
she poured it nice and slow.
Nice and slow, because before we started with cold water, and then we added an entire...
Why you didn't start with hot water, I don't know.
Because I wanted it to be legitimate.
Oh, all right.
It is called the Ice Bucket, Ice Water Challenge.
It's called ice water.
So
it never says cold ice water.
I'm going to let you think about that. All right, we'll go from there.
No, I'm just saying. It never says that you don't have to start with hot. You can't start with hot water.
Well, I am a glutton.
That's what I'm saying.
I am a glutton for punishment, and among other things, ice cream. But Anyways,
oh my Lord.
We
digress again.
We digress.
We got 2 minutes.
We filled in the water with a whole big bucket of ice cubes, and I did a. You know me, I got to do a tutorial, right? So we did a test for Write in the Rain logbooks, which we are going to be giving away tonight as well. Do
you have another one, or just the one you wrote in?
Well, there's the one they wrote in, and we got a bunch of other ones.
Okay, good.
We are going to give that away, as well as the prize for the contest for the He Said, She Said.
Okay.
So that's where those are going to be going. We're going to give away some multiple Write in the Rain logbooks. But anyways, if you want to see it tested with ice water... Go to the HeadHardHat. Give me the thing there for a second. Please go to the HeadHardHat YouTube
you can
channel.
Tell he was cold.
Oh yeah.
When he wrote it.
Yes. Here, let's show him. Okay. If you turn it just a little bit, it'll pick up on here. Let me try.
My arm is long.
Okay, you can see. And so yes, I wrote, dry on the top, and then writing with the bottom, and you can tell because the writing's like. So yeah, that's the Write in the Rain logbook that I did for the ALS Ice Water Challenge, and so that was really cool.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, so go check it out. It's on all the social medias and whatnot for you to check. I think it's on the blog, it's on Facebook, it's on Google Plus and YouTube. So go check that out. Pretty darn cool. All right. Well, we are just about ready to switch over to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Thank you so much for stopping on by. We greatly appreciate it. And we hope you enjoyed the Patron show. You learned a lot of background stuff about HeadHardHat and all the other goodies going on, including how well a female can belch.
Oh, my God.
So we hope you
Please
enjoyed
let's
it.
not bring that up again.
And if you didn't hear it because it was not recording, if you didn't hear it on the actual audio podcast, go check out the video for episode 77.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the highlight of everybody's night.
It's right in the beginning, so it'll be right there. It'll turn on. She'll sit down and we can go from there. So if you like good comedy, that's fun. That's what we're going to do. All right, well, we're going to start now because she's burning her eyeballs into the back of my skull, and I think it's about time to get going. It is 8:30. Sit back, relax, take a deep breath, just like she does. The GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast is going to start, right after she's done strangling me, right about now. The GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast is a proud member of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here. Hello, and welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast.
I should really turn my thing down before you do that.
Turn your thing down?
Yeah, my headphones.
Oh, a little loud, is it? Because sometimes you have... Folks, we have such a great prize-packed show for you. You are going to just flip with all the information and all the things going on tonight. We got a lot of stuff, and we hope you enjoy it. It's going to be great. And, yeah, good stuff. Tonight it is August 28th, 2014, and in the next hour or so, both co-host Amy, the HeadHardHatress, and I will bring you some interesting information and tidbits about the game, the sport, yes, the obsession, known as geocaching. Now, we have a very interesting title for episode 77 tonight. It's called From the Mouths of New Geocachers. And we have got a ton of stuff to talk about this. I'll let you think about it. But it's kind of a unique perspective. And I don't think other geocaching shows have actually really wanted to touch into this. But I thought this would be fun for us to do. But before we get into that, let's see, geocaching this week. I actually had a lot of fun. If you didn't hear, I got a new job. And with a new job, especially since I'm a consultant, so new jobs, unfortunately, have popped up more than I want. So that means going to new areas and start work at that particular spot. Well, I'm now down over towards Chapel Hill in the Triangle, which is...
It's about 45 minutes away.
Yeah, about 45
give
minutes.
Give or take with traffic.
Yeah. And the Triangle, the Research Triangle, is kind of the East Coast Silicon Valley. It's
Camera's off.
Very. I'm sorry.
Camera's off.
Did our camera go off?
Apparently.
All right, I'll double check it, and we'll make sure. If it goes like that, we'll see what's going on here. Let me switch to the other one and see if that's going.
Is that one better?
All right. Showing the picture of HHH. All right. Well, let's check this out. Little technical difficulty here, folks. Hang on for just a sec, because we got clear pictures here. I'm not quite sure why it's not.
Yeah, we got.
So I am not sure where the bandwidth is going. So let me turn this back on, and this seems to be working. So that's passed. So I mean, it's working. All right. Well, if the camera, if it's still off for a little bit, let me know, and we will get that back on as quick as possible. If not, this might be a visual podcast tonight. Because that's what we have with that. And I don't want to leave you guys off for a little bit. So let me know if it's back on, and we'll go from there. And we will go from there. I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. It must be on Google's end. We had a little bit of an issue last time.
Yeah, that's working.
It's working now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll leave this
that
one on.
That part's working.
All right, so we'll leave this on for now and go with that. I'm not quite sure why the other camera's not going, because that should be our main camera. All right, well, Lynn, we'll run with this for tonight. I don't care. As long as we're going and you can see us, that's a good thing. So thank you for putting up for this part of it. So anyways, lunchtime geocaches is a great way of learning a new area. So because that always happens, if you're not familiar with the area where you're working, you need to find out certain basics. Like, say, for example... yeah, I think it is Google, by the way, Tess. They're out to get me. It's made so that you need to find out where the drugstore is. You need to find out where the good lunchtime restaurants are. That kind of fun stuff. All that types of things. When you go geocaching in a new area during lunchtime, you get to find that stuff. You go for a local geocache. Oh, that's where the drugstore is, or oh, that's where the restaurant is, or oh, where's that point of interest. It's very, very helpful to do that, and I've been doing that for quite a while. So I put out, when I'm out doing that, I put it out on the blog right from the field. I'll take pictures and then send it that way so you can see when I'm actually geocaching out there. So that's kind of stuff that we had. Not too much other geocaching I don't remember. Mm-hmm. No, not a whole lot. All right.
Nope.
So with that being said, Miss Amy, why don't we had such a great time last week when it came to the hangout. We had our patron hangout. It was a blast. We had new faces. We got to talk with a lot of our regulars that we have in on the show. It was so fantastic to be able to talk face to face. We had Static J was there. And we all the way from Northern Ireland, and we had Memphis Mafia and a lot of our other regulars that have been to the other regulars. We've done 2. They were in the other one. So yeah, it was a great time having a lot of familiar faces and new faces coming in, and we highly recommend that you get into the Patron program because this is really starting to turn out to be a lot of fun.
Yep, because our next one's coming out September 20th at 2 p.m.
Yep.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. So
that's when the next one's going to be.
Yep, we're going for September 20th. So put that in your calendar and get ready and come on and join us because we still had a couple spots left. Not many, but we had a couple spots left for people that wanted to join in the hangout with us while we're talking. And we know a lot of the other ones, they literally had us up on their big screen TV. They were doing stuff. They were doing their projects and whatever they were working on, and they had us up on their television sets.
One was quilting and decided that it was best that she not be heard.
Whatever works. Whatever works.
But yeah, hopefully she and her husband can join us next time.
Absolutely. So good stuff. All right, we got a lot of stuff this show, lots of prizes. We got 3 different sets of prizes we're giving away tonight. And you know what? It is August 28th. And it is the end of the contest for August, the August Patron Program Contest. It's the first one we put out just for the patrons. We had a great response. A lot of people joined in to become patrons. We encourage you to, if you haven't already, become a patron because you get into these contests, plus you get all the different rewards that you can get into as well with the show. Tonight, it ends, and we want to thank very, very much to the Space Coast Geocaching Store for all the goodies that they donated. We are going to give away a grand prize, and we're going to give away a second prize and a third prize. So a second honorary mention and a third honorary mention. So 3 patrons tonight are going to win the prizes from the Space Coast Geocaching Store. All right. Well, there's no sense of telling you how to win. It was simple enough. All you had to do is become a patron. And like I said, if you're not a patron, why not? You should be. And this is what they're winning. 2 Space Coast Geocaching Store path tags, 2 micro geocache tubes, 4 ultra micro geocaches, Munzie starter kit, Munzie beverage holder, which I think is awesome, 3 geocaching stickers, a 10% discount card, and a special, I don't want to say one of a kind, but they're very, very rare. They only have a few of these, a special gold Space Coast Geocaching Store GeoCoin.
I didn't know Munsie's needed a beverage holder.
No, but the guys playing Munzie sure do. Or gals. Whoever's playing it, it's a great thing. All right, so this is how we are going to do this.
Do I have to flip?
You do not have to flip.
Okay.
All right. We have a listing, and I am not going to look. All right, I'm going to know the general area what it is, especially since it just moved.
Why don't I do it since you're...
Okay. So you lift up the mic. We have a list in front of Miss Amy of all the patrons that we have currently. And you are going to choose to your left. All right? All right. Your finger was to here. For our grand prize winner, this is what you're going to want to... actually, I'm just going to do this.
Yeah, just copy and paste it.
All right, so we're going to copy and paste this. Our winner is C1 Courtney.
I think they've won before.
Huh?
I think they've won before.
I think so too. C1Courtney@gmail.com. You are our patron winner of the Space Coast Geocaching Store prize. So I'm going to just put this here so that we get this here. We've got your email. Congratulations. Is that Chad?
I don't know. Taz, is that you?
Taz, is that you? Let us know, because C1Courtney@gmail.com. You are our winner of our grand prize for the Space Coast Geocaching Store. Let's do honorary mention 1 and 2.
Okay. Tell me when.
All right, hang on. Go.
Am I in the area?
Yep. All right, got it? Move your finger. All right, our second honorary
He
member.
said woot woot. That's me.
All right. Chad's been in both of our.
Yes, he has.
Has been in both of our hangouts and is a friend of the show. Actually, you all are if you really think about it, but we love having you here. Let's see. I need to put on this.
You need to put it in the notes, huh?
All right, so this goes here. All right, so this goes here. Our honorary mention. And did I tell who the prize is, what you get for that? I don't think I did. All right. For honorary mention 1 and 2 for their patrons, you're going to win 2 Geocaching Store, Space Coast Geocaching Store path tags. You're going to win an official Space Coast sticker and a 10% discount card. So number 2 and number 3 are going to win that. And the second, our first honorary mention is CJ Rickard. 1978. CJ Rickard, 1978. You are the winner of our honorable mention from our patron contest, and we are going to do this one more for a third prize.
In the area?
Okay. All right. So that's closest. That is definitely closest. All right, and our third is, thanks for putting up with this, folks, as I do this and get rid of this. All right, I'm just pasting it in so that we have our notes. Our third prize, which is our honorary mention number 2, goes to A.N. Gentle, ANJENTAL at gmail.com. A.N. Gentle. Congratulations to being our honorary mention number 2 to the Space Coast Geocaching Store contest for our patrons. Thank you all for what you do for contributing to the show, and we will be getting notifications to everybody. As a matter of fact, they'll go out tonight for our winners, and we will get the prizes out to as soon as absolutely possible. Congratulations to that. Man, good stuff. Now, you might be saying, holy cow, look at all the stuff they're giving, and we have just started to give away. Now, I'm going to switch our picture over for a second. Let us know if it's working again on camera 1. So you're saying to yourself, how can you win? How can you get on all these goodies? How can you win this stuff? How do you watch the show live, or how do you contact the hosts? I mean, Amy and Andy are so cool people. They've talked to everybody, and it's great. How do you do that? Well, this is how you do. To watch the live feed and join us in our chat room, go to www.geosnippits.com on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have all our social media links, including for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please, if there's 2 things, get us in your Google Plus circles and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel.
It's working now.
Good. So basically what happens is it's on the right-hand side if you go to geosnippits.com, and it says HeadHardHat's YouTube channel, subscribe. Click on that button, boom, you're done. It's that simple. The reason why you do that is every time we do a new video, every time we do a podcast, like after tonight's show is done, the second it's produced, it immediately goes in your subscribe bucket. Every time we do a vlog, we do a lot of those as well. All that stuff goes right into your...
Still not working like this.
Okay. I think we got to lose connection for the camera. I think
you got a loose wire,
which is interesting because it's on our camera just right, so we're seeing.
Anyway.
So, anyways, that's how that works. So,
Thanks.
anyways. So we're going to just leave it on camera 2 tonight. By the way, just get us into your YouTube channel, get us in your Google Plus. We've got Facebook. We're in all the social media. Finally, we have our voicemail line where you can call in your questions, your comments, your suggestions by calling 919-341-9519. Or you don't even have to use those nasty phone charges, and especially for our folks who are international. All you have to do is go to geosnippets.com, and on the right side of the website, you'll see our Send Voicemail tab. Just click onto that. You get up to 3 minutes to tell us anything you want about geocaching, what you like, what you don't like, more show ideas, anything that's geocaching related, milestones, all that fun stuff. Let us know, and we will get it up onto the show. So great ways to get in touch with us. It's all free. Give it a try.
All right. So one of our winners tonight had viewer feedback. C. Courtney, Chad, which is Taz427.
Yes.
He sent in a
An idea
for the GeoSnippits path tag.
Right.
The Patron path tag.
For September, starting next week, we are going to do a contest. It's going to be for everybody. Everybody can do this. And they're going to be eligible for this. But it's for the patrons. And we are going to invent and design a path tag only for the patrons. So the way this works is the only people that get this is if you select the path tag, which is, believe it or not, the absolute majority of the people that are patrons have already selected the path tag reward, which means you get all the rewards that are involved with it. We are going to have, for the month of September, we're going to have a design contest. And on the website, you're going to be able to get a blank path tag. It's a graphic that has nothing on it. It's just a circle with a little circle in the center of it, and it's made so that you can design your path tag. And we're going to have everybody submit. Everybody, all our viewers, all our listeners are going to be eligible for this. Whoever designs the one that is picked automatically gets a path tag. So these are rare. These do not go out as contest prizes. These do not go out when we go to events. They are for patrons only. So they are going to be rare. So
Chaz put it up in the chat room.
Yep, and Chaz, if you look in the chat room, you see a picture of it. We've got a copy here. We'll show you next week when we do the show, when we talk more about this. We'll tell you how to get the graphic outline and to get your juices flowing on how you want to create the patron path tag.
Well, he's created path tags before, so he kind of had a
clue. And we can actually, if you don't know how to play with graphics in that, we can actually go over how to design a path tag in one of our shows so that you get a little help. All right, we also got a little a blurb here from Megan Gustafson.
Okay. My mom, Connie Goodnight, challenged me to the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and I accepted. I nominated Brad Gustafson, sorry I butchered that name, Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and Terrell Suggs. Now, you guys heard earlier that, or may have heard earlier, that Andy accepted her challenge.
Yes. Matter of fact, I was actually invited by several people that I have all done the one ice challenge and gone that way. Yes. I am also doing the donations for that as well. Yeah. So basically, if you go to YouTube for the HeadHardHat, you will see me actually getting dunked with real ice water.
I'm sure Amanda would be more than happy to oblige.
Oh yeah, she had a good time with that.
If you wanted to do it again.
Yes, and I actually turned it into a tutorial, believe it or not.
I'm shocked.
Yes, I'm sure they are. So yes, it's a great thing. Go check it out. It's a good cause, and I was very happy to go out and do that. And it's rather funny with my tutorial on what I did.
You know, there's a guy overseas, and I can't remember where it is, but he's doing something similar. It's not ice, but he's doing it with rice, and he's gathering rice as a symbol to create awareness for hunger.
Okay. I'm sure a lot of people. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people can come up with some unique ways for doing that, but ALS is just rocking it.
They have raised more than $3 million doing this.
Not only that, they've actually made it so that it's brought awareness to marketing on how to for a good technique for doing something like this to raise money.
Yes, and I got to watch several firemen dump water on them, ice water on themselves. I was thrilled.
Good stuff. All right, we got a lot to do. Let's move on. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by Cash-Advance.com for all your geocaching needs. Cash-Advance.com, go find it. And also by
CoinsandPins.com, the best place to get custom coins, geocoins, lapel pins, and patches made. Go through our GeoSnippits links and use the promo code HeadHardHat for a 10% discount. The poker chip geocoin is our geocoin that Coins and Pins now has available. And FYI for our listeners, you can sign up for their newsletter to get notified of when new coins and patches are available for sale. We also are very thankful to all of our sponsors, and if you want to see more of their products, please be sure to go to our GeoSnippits websites and simply click on their logos. Not only do you get great deals, but it helps our program as well.
Absolutely. Yeehaw! Yep. GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, episode 77, from the mouths of new geocachers. You know, inexperience sometimes brings tragedy. And I think that goes...
Does it now?
Yes, it does. And I think it does just as much with geocaching as many other things. And what sometimes geocachers, brand new geocachers, do wrong can actually be harmful, because not only does it discourage the new geocacher, it also makes it rough for existing geocachers as well. And the reason that this was brought in was because I have quite a few people that, since I have my new work, they have gotten into geocaching. Several of them are trying to do geocaching every day.
Well, some of them were already cachers.
Some of them were,
right,
but they're on the bandwagon now with the new people that are now getting into geocaching as well. And you've got some new people where you go, where you're at work, and some of the stuff that I've been hearing, not only just from recently, which kind of invoked the show itself, which is where I came up with the idea, but over time. We have talked to new geocachers when they've just started, or through the social media or what have you, have them do stuff or talk about stuff, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not right. And that's what some of this is tonight. So we're going to kind of go to basics a little bit and just kind of talk about some of the things that new geocachers tends to do. I ignored you. So it's one of those things that we're reading the chat room stuff. So if you're wondering why we're laughing.
No, I actually had a thought pop into my head that was funny.
What's that? Please share.
I'll share later.
Oh, good. I don't even want to know. All right, yes, I do, but later. Anyways, so it's you hear a new geocacher say something, and it's like, wait, no, can't do that. Why? Because they're so new to it. They're very excited about it. They really want to get into geocaching. They want to contribute because they see the effect it is on them when they start finding these cool geocaches, and they want to get into that. But they haven't taken the time to learn the rules or the.
Who knew there were rules?
Well, that's it, and that's part of
right.
the reason why we're doing the show. It's like, hang on, good idea, but there's some things you're going to have to kind of keep in mind. And one of the things that came right off the bat was one of my cohorts at work said, well, right over there, right by that fountain, I want to put a ammo box, and I want to call it the chocolate duck, because the pond actually it's kind of a brownish color. In North Carolina, believe it or not, that's normal. Got this fountain. It's not the water's bad, it's just brown, and it kind of looks like milk chocolate. And so he's like, I want to put an ammo box right over there, and I want to call it the chocolate duck. And I said, wait a minute. There's a couple of things that you want to consider when it comes to placing a geocache. One, there's guidelines. So what we want to encourage is new geocachers to go to geocaching.com, put in the search word guidelines, and see all the different things that you have to keep in mind. For example, there's an entire review process out there. You can't just place something. There's a whole process that you have to go through when it comes to geocaching that you have to make sure are falling under those, I don't want to say restrictions, but those limitations that they need to do.
Those are guidelines.
Those are the guidelines.
It's just guidelines. That's all it is.
Yeah, so some of the ones for the chat room, if you've got some of the suggestions that you have for new geocachers, what you'd want to tell them, bring that in, and we'll bring it into the discussion. But one of the things that you tell them is, and they go, well, what do you mean I need permission from the landowner? Can't I just put it anywhere?
Yeah, well, would you want somebody putting stuff on your property without permission?
Yeah, and that's exactly right.
Right.
So the little light bulb goes off, and it's like, oh, okay, I guess that does make sense. Mm-hmm. The other one is no trespassing. You want to have it when you're going to put a geocache, and I've had many cases where geocaches get, newly placed, and they put it right on the border of a place that to the right or to the left has no trespassing.
Mm-hmm.
But the only way to get to where the geocache is to trespass to get over to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you're just walking along the boundary. The landowner isn't going to matter. They're not going to get mad about that.
If they put a sign up, they probably mean it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where people just kind of go, I don't want to get shot. I mean, you down here, they shoot first, ask questions later.
Some people do.
That's how it is. So there's a lot of things that you have to keep in mind that you're not going to know unless you look at the guidelines.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What's that?
Tess says, I think a number of the new players have found it with the new free app from Groundspeak and haven't gone to the website and really found out all the details. And that's true.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah, it is an excellent point. And some people will say, I want to go geocaching. Okay, that's great. But here's some of the things that you need to know.
Yeah.
Don't traipse all over people's property. Don't just put out stuff. Don't do this and don't do that.
Well,
but what you can do is this.
Yeah, and it's not to be negative. It's just if a lot of times it's for the geocacher's safety.
Exactly.
And I think Taz is absolutely right there. So, but it's an app. Here it is. That's all I need. This is all they give us. This is all the information I have. Let's go. And they don't think about stuff. And you as a geocacher who is experienced are gonna roll your eyes. The ones who are new, I hope you're taking note. You go out geocaching, you may not want to wear shorts. You may not want to wear flip-flops when you go geocaching.
Right.
You want to be prepared.
Or they'll say, a difficulty 5. Well, a 5-5. How hard can it really be? Really?
Yeah.
If you need rappelling equipment, you may want to rethink your flip-flops and shorts. So... Well, and I say rappelling equipment because I saw that today on Facebook.
Okay, that's a good point. And that's right, though. But for a lot of people, just the simple idea of going geocaching, they don't prepare. We have been saying for how many years now with all of our shows, we tell you, we give you guidance as much as we can as to the best practices to go and do stuff.
Yeah.
And what do we tell you? Make sure that you have the right amount of food. Make sure you have the right amount of hydration or water. Make sure that you are clothed correctly when you go geocaching. Why? Because we've heard so many times from other geocachers when they've gotten hurt or, gee, that was really stupid.
Or walked through a thing of poison ivy and didn't know what it was.
Exactly. I mean, there's a zillion different ways that you can go out there and get hurt because they don't give the experience. You learn this stuff by either talking to other geocachers or listening to podcasts.
Or you use common sense. Hey, I'm going in the woods.
Yeah.
What might I need? I don't know, long pants, bug repellent, shoes that cover my feet.
I can't tell you how many times I've had people sit there and say, you know what, we went into the woods, we thought this was going to be a real quick jaunt, and we ended up having to climb over a log over a river, and I was in my flip-flops.
Exactly.
Wow, why did we lose our GPSR, and why did I fall in the river? There's a lot of stuff that goes with that. And if you're like Taz was saying here, when you have a 5 terrain, special equipment is required. Kayaks is a 5, and it's like, but it's a boat. Yeah, it's extra equipment. It's special equipment.
Tree climbing equipment.
Rappelling ropes. Aerial tram. There's a zillion things that an experienced geocacher will most likely have in their trunk, but
we don't.
A lot of that stuff we can get or we know.
Yeah. I know people who have kayaks.
If it's a 5 and it's a lake, I know I'm going to need a boat. So that's how that goes. But a lot of brand new geocachers they're impulsive. It's like, let's go. Hey, let's go. And how hard could that be? That's no big deal.
Oh, God.
So it's funny because they go out. And I'll give you an example. There is a geocache that is a difficulty 3, terrain 1.5. That is within a half mile from where I work. And it is a nano. And I went the first time. I had probably about 10 minutes before some work crew came in and I had to leave, and I didn't get a chance to find it. I had a good idea where this nano was. There is a 8-foot tall, probably about a 6-foot diameter stone monument that has the entrance to the park that you go back into. It's all made of hand-placed and mortared stone. And some of the mortar is not complete. And, some of it you see it, some of it you don't. Sometimes there's overlap with the stones, that kind of thing. And it was a micro, so I'm thinking nano. And the first time I tried for about 10 minutes, and I couldn't get it. And I went back like the next day because the cohort in time kind of egged me on and said, ha, I'm going for it. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to let this little whippersnapper go and beat me. Of course I'm going to go. Miss Psychology, as she looks at me. So off I go, and of course, after about 20 minutes, I find it because I have the experience to know where to look. He's on his 6th try. And
you got lucky.
And I got lucky. She knows me. So I actually got it, and it was one of those things where, through experience, I knew what to look for. He's going nuts with this, and now he's starting to get very frustrated. And I think that's my whole point. If we try to tell brand new geocachers that you really want to look for regulars and smalls, you don't want to go for the micros.
Yeah, you don't want to go for the really, really small ones first.
Right, and then also for the difficulties of 2, maybe 2.5 most. Yeah.
Work your way up.
And work your way after you get used to it and get a point of reference.
Because you're going to get frustrated and quit.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what happens, and that's why we want to avoid that going on with geocachers, especially the new ones. They're so excited. They found them. They're starting to get into it. They're even getting their spouses or friends into it. And then it's like, well, we couldn't find anything. We had 5 DNFs. What fun is this?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why we try, when you see a new geocacher, you try to imply to them, hey, here's some best practices for things that are going on that. There are reasons for the rules. There are reasons for the guidelines, and it will help you all the way along when it comes to things like that. All right, good stuff. Any other final thoughts that you have on this? Because we have something else I would like to do that is completely unplanned.
Imagine that.
Are you interested? I'm going to show her anyways because she's like going that way. So anyway, that's some of the ideas that we had for them.
Sure.
Let us know. Do us a favor. Let us know your examples of new geocachers and things that you came up with and said, no. You shouldn't do that, and this is why. Because that's why we do our podcast, and that is to come up with shows like that so they get a good idea right off the bat. The best way.
And don't post a needs maintenance just because you can't find it.
Exactly.
Just because you can't find it does not mean that it's not there.
Right. And actually, a lot of times, experienced cache owners, and this is again gets into that thing of how many geocaches should you find before you actually place one out. Well, it's kind of the same principle, and everybody has their own opinion on that. When it comes to things like that, you really a cache owner that's experienced, if they look at the total number of finds that a geocacher has,
they're going to know.
They're going to kind of go, well, that person only had maybe 100, maybe 200 geocaching finds. We'll keep an eye out. If they get a couple of people that have more experience,
and they DNF it too,
that's going to raise a flag for them to say, okay, I need to go out and check it.
Yeah.
But excellent points. Yeah, good stuff. All right, we are going to do an unboxing.
What?
We are going to do an unboxing right here or now. Because this was kind of a short subject, I wanted to have something else to do. This is what we've got. Hang on right now.
We can raffle off some thwackers.
No, we won't tonight.
Urban Dude said to send him as many as you want.
Okay, well, we'll work it out. Anyways,
I was like, don't send him as many as I want.
We were sent an email about a week ago.
Can I open it?
Not yet. That's where the unboxing comes in.
I want to open it.
Hold on. Keep your tie-dye on. So I can name what we're doing. Wow, as she tries to grab it. All right, we were approached by a startup group that is going by the Tortoise and Hare Creations.
Oh, those are the people. Okay.
And they have come up with a card game. Now, I have not played with it yet. We got the package right here. I'm showing it to the viewers right now.
I can open it.
Here are the scissors.
I bet there's a tab on the back.
There might be. If there is, you can do it. We have not opened this. We have not seen this. Live on the show right now, we are going to show you this. I don't think it's out for sale yet, but it is. They wanted us to do a review of this card game, and we're going to show it to you fine folks tonight. I thought it would be fitting.
Oh my God, he's letting me open it.
All right, let's see if you can open it.
What do you mean, see if I can open it? I open packages all the time.
All right, as she opens this, now why don't you leave it up so people can see we're not faking this? For all you spine-tingling people out there. Okay, so let's see what we have. She's opening up the package, the envelope that of which this Kim's in, and there are. Is there a note? Are there notes?
No.
No note. Okay, we have 2 packages. They sent us two sets of cards, and they are 52 cards. So this is what's in it. We haven't opened them, and the name of the game is called Go Cache. Go Cache. And they sent us these packs, and Miss Amy's going to open it up. And while we're doing this, we'll show you live right on the show.
A little plastic container.
Right, a little container. And in it has 52 cards. Now, I don't know the rules yet. Matter of fact, it says this right on the front.
Okay. On
I'll let you
the
try
number
it.
2, on the 2 of clubs, is the hydro fish, and it says on there +1 cache bonus, +2 caches, and can not be countered if either on a boat or sextant and stars is equipped.
Okay, so basically what happens with this card game, each one of the cards, and it's your standard poker deck.
I can open
So you have the 4 suits and each of the cards of the suits. On there is a hand-drawn original picture. You want scissors or you got it?
I can open a box of stuff, but I can't open this stinking
Okay,
plastic.
does it have the rules on the front or the top? That's not the rules.
No, I know.
That's how you have what you play with. I was curious to see if they have the rules on it.
Uh-uh.
Okay, well, we'll have to play with this. So why don't you show a couple of the cards and what they have. Each one of these has original drawings, and there's something that you're supposed to do with that.
Here's the little hydro that I was talking about.
All right, let's see if the camera might be working or not. All right.
Is the camera working so you guys can see this?
All right, go ahead and keep going. So we're for the people doing the podcast.
Okay.
So there's different cards. Then there's a thanks for the cash. Read that one.
It says, thanks for the cash, lose all cash fines. So
All right.
if you just put TFTC, you lose everything.
All right, so these are other cards. We're going to have to look up the rules. I just wanted to show the cards. Each one of these has original pictures on them, and each one's you do things. So just rifle off some of the, like that one. What's that one for slow children play?
That always makes me laugh. Counters any urban cash card.
Okay. And on the bottom it has something that you do.
No matter what you do, the kids won't leave, and their parents are starting to look at you funny.
Awesome.
Okay.
A couple more.
There's a little kitty.
All right, I don't think the camera's still working, so I'll put it over to this one.
Okay.
That's all right. They're not going to see from that far.
Okay.
So go ahead and just read a couple.
It's like a little Japanese kitty, and it says counters any one muggle card. And at the bottom it says you don't need any skills of perception to find caches. You rely on pure luck.
Okay, one more. Let's do that one.
Okay. This one is a lamppost, an LPC, +1 cache find. Lamppost cache. Lifting skirts since 2000.
So there's all this stuff. We'll find out the actual rules off the website and how that goes. But I thought it would be kind of cool to just bring out. The name of the game is called Go Cache, and the envelope for that part. Thank you. And the name of the startup is Tortoise and Hare Creations. And we're going to actually go and play this a little bit and see how much fun the actual game is. We're going to do a complete review. It'll be on geosnippits.com, and it'll be on my blog.
He cheats, by the way.
Of course I do. And so it's a cool game. It looks like it's really interesting. They put a lot of effort in the cards. They're
really
good
beautiful.
stock cards. The pictures are beautiful, and the play, I think, is going to be a lot of fun with this. We have 2 packs. We have the pack that we're going to do the review with, and then we have an unopened pack, and we will be giving away as a prize at least one of them, and have that go to us. So it should be a lot of fun, and we think you're going to enjoy it. So that's going to be really, really cool. All right, so that's our boxing or unboxing of GoCache, the card game. And go check it out. I believe they have a site on Facebook. And we will
I tried to find them and couldn't.
Okay, we have in our show notes the information for that. So go to GeoSnippits, or I'm sorry, go to GeoSnippits Reboot.com, and in the show notes for episode 77, we will have the links that we know of to Tortoise and Hare Creations. So thank you guys for sending that to us, and we will play the game and have the review out probably sometime this weekend because I like card games. That'll be a lot of fun. Thank you. Are we done? All right. Good stuff. Let's move on.
Your support helps keep all of the GeoSnippits Reboot shows running along. Please consider making a PayPal donation through the link on our website to support our efforts and your ongoing entertainment. From all of us at GeoSnippits, we thank you.
Yeah, and just a side note with that, Taz said in the as an idea, sounds like a fun game to play at events. I couldn't agree more. I think it's going to be great. All right, quick Reader Digest version for the Patron program.
Yes.
You just saw we got tons of prizes that we gave away for our patrons. We're inventing that path tag. We've got tons of things to go. There's a really good reason why we do this. One, because we love you fine folks and we appreciate everything that you do as viewers and listeners and supporters for the show. And this is our way of giving away, or giving back by giving content and giving prizes and things like this to show our appreciation because literally from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for that because it literally helps keep the shows going. And we're going to need that help even more as the year goes on and those bills start coming up for all the things that we need to pay for to keep the show going. Mm-hmm. And you helping us out by becoming a patron is a great way to help us out. We're not going to do too much more than that, but check out by going to geosnippets.com, click on our patron logos, or go to www.patreon.com, patreon.com/HeadHardHat, and you'll go to our page and you'll get all the information about how to become a patron supporter because we've got more contests coming, more things for patrons coming up, and again, it's our ways of saying thank you, plus helping us keep the show going. So really, really good stuff. Let's move on. Like I said, we got tons of stuff we're giving away tonight. This is one other thing that we're doing that just another way of showing our appreciation. We said we had 2 packages that were coming from coinsandpins.com.
Or the right in the ice water.
One of them was those fantastic 7 souvenirs of August, the GeoCoin that we're giving away tonight in a cash dash. The other thing was coinsandpins.com also sells now Right in the Rain logbooks. And if you watch my ALS ice bucket video, it's only a couple minutes long, I actually, while getting dunked with ice water into one of the slowly ice water, I'm writing into our one of these logbooks, and yes, indeed, it works just like magic, wet. I thought it's great. Now we have several different sizes. We've got ones for 35 millimeter. We've got the larger logbooks, and we also have for again, it's probably a small geocache. These are all Right in the Rain logbooks. And what we're going to do is we are going to give away, because last week I said I really thought it would be great to get some input from our listeners for the He Said, She Said, What is Geocaching episode. That was episode 76. And quite a few people wrote in. And I'm going to have Miss Amy read off for us a couple of them that they wrote and while I get that set up.
I like how he ends this. Chris says, I think puzzles are the best type of cache, best of the cache types, okay, because of the social aspect. It is rare that anyone will be able to solve every puzzle as a lone wolf, both at home and in the field. Asking for help is a great way to meet new cachers. Let cache hiders know people are interested, even if they aren't seeing checker green lights and fines showing up. It gives you a chance to find people you may want to geocache with. They are instant icebreakers, puzzles are fun, and the list goes on. I know for a lot of people they can be frustrating, but it all comes down to whether you can see in the same way as the person that made the puzzle. Once you see it, any puzzle seems easy, but even the easiest puzzle can seem impossible until you see the trick. Think of the Simpsons episode where Lisa couldn't get the puzzle on the back of the box. That's my 2 cents.
Awesome stuff. Okay, we have one more here. Drew Burks wrote in, I love extreme geocaches. I seek out very terrain challenging caches, trees, swims, rocks, etc. I don't have any mountains around here or climbing gear, but we love a tag along. Also, Amy says she would rather be in the water than a climb. I feel while I'm climbing, I have control of my future with my hands and feet. In the water, many things control your future. Sharks, yeah. About 3 days after a mile swim, someone found a 5.5 foot gator in the lake I was in. Okay, that's even better.
Yeah, but it didn't eat you.
Yeah, it didn't eat you. Yeah. But that being said, I'm down if anyone has extra scuba gear and wants to lend a brother, let's go. Good stuff. Thanks for the show, guys. I'm spreading the word to everyone I can. Dang, one more thing. Bring back Dave for a show or two so we can get a We Love Dave. Hashtag We Love Dave going again. No offense to Amy. We love her. She could stay. Just bring Dave in as an extra on occasion. Thank you, Blue Jean Red Tiles.
It's funny.
That's funny. So, yeah, so we've got a bunch of people that wrote in with some of their ideas, and we've got a whole list here of them. And I'm going to count this out here real quick. Let's see.
We have one more.
Go ahead. Why don't you read that while I count this?
Okay. Brian says GPSR or smartphone. Yes. I typically have both with me. I use my iPhone for the spontaneous daily finds. My streak is 558 days today. Holy cow. And my eTrex 30 for pre-planned hikes or drives. I run into serious battery life issues if I try to rely on the iPhone for a full day of geocaching. Even with an extra low battery case on my iPhone, I can only expect a couple of hours max. My eTrex 30, on the other hand, will last a good 10 hours.
Awesome. I need your coin for a second if you don't mind flipping it. Heads or tails? As she flips the coin.
Heads.
All right. And our winner is...
I have to scroll back up, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Of course I do.
Okay, and our winner is... Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong darn thing.
Oh, my gosh.
There we go. It wasn't a different player. It was the return that I hit. Okay.
Oh.
Actually, Drew Burks. Drew Burks is our winner.
Let me see.
And that is...
Okay, let me get his email address for
you. Right. Drew Burks, you are the winner of the He Said, She Said. Thank you for sending yours in. And we will send you... we're going to need your address, by the way, if you could send that in to us through the gsreboot@gmail.com email address.
No.
And we are going to send you one of each. We're going to send you a large, a small, and a 35 millimeter Right in the Rain logbook. We want to thank coinsandpins.com for donating those. And we've got a few more left. We'll be donating those in future Cash Stash prizes. So, again, congratulations, Drew Burks. Man, we're giving away tons of prizes tonight. This is cool. I like that.
All right. We are now on to the Cash Stash.
All right.
So you want to explain that one?
Yeah, the Cash Stash is really cool. Basically what it is we have literally some of the best companies in the geocaching world, and they want to let you fine folks know about their products. To do that, they send those products to us, and we turn those around and turn them into prizes each and every week to you fine folks. And for last week, which was episode 76, Miss Amy, why don't you tell them what the question is?
All right, the coinsandpins.com is the prize for 2 state tag trackables from New Hampshire and Maryland. And the question was, which side of the tree mostly grows moss in the southern hemisphere? And the answer is very long. In the southern hemisphere, moss mostly grows on the south sides of trees. The reason is that in the northern hemisphere, because of the tilt of the Earth on its axis, the sun almost always appears to be a little south of directly overhead. That's why rooms with windows facing south are brighter than rooms with windows facing north. This is important for the mosses because north sides of trees in the northern hemisphere are shadier and therefore more moist. The south sides of trees get more sunlight, so water evaporates faster there.
Well, there you go. Now you got your little science lesson on why in the northern hemisphere, most, of course, moss goes all the way around trees, but the most of the moss goes to the north side. In the southern hemisphere, it goes to the southern side.
That's why you said mostly.
Mostly, that's right. So the way this works is I have, just like we used in the He Said, She Said contest, I have a random number generator that goes from 1 to the total number of correct answers that we got back to us. And I also have all the emails with the correct answers as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the random number generator, and I'm going to click the number, and it's going to give me a random number. Now, Miss Amy's going to flip a coin just like we did with He Said, She Said, and she's going to tell me if it's heads or tails. If it's heads, we're going to count down from the top of the list to see who the winner is. If it's tails, we're going to go from the bottom up. Which way are we going, Miss Amy?
It was tails.
All right, oh, great. So we're going to go all the way to the bottom and count back up. All right. All right.
Oh, Lord. If it's somebody that's already won, we need to reflip.
No, it is not somebody that's already won. All right, the winner is, all right, the winner is Philip Glenn. Philip Glenn, you are the winner for episode 76, and you're going to get those fantastic, what was the prize again?
Oh, my gosh.
As you type that in.
It was the state tag trackables.
Thank you. The state tag trackables for New Hampshire and for
Maryland.
So good stuff. Congratulations. They make great for travel bugs. Those are cool things to do. Philip Glenn, congratulations. Thanks for coinsandpins.com for donating those great prizes. Wow, we got so much stuff, and yet we have more to give away, and you are going to blow your mind when it comes to, you are going to blow your mind when you find out what the next one. Miss Amy, let's talk really quick on how these fine folks can win this stuff, and to do that, because you're like, hey, I want to get in on this. I want to win from the cash stash. Well, you can't win if you don't play. So this is how you play. All correct answers must be in for this episode, 77. They have to be in by September 3rd, 2014. That's a Wednesday, next Wednesday. Email to gsreboot@gmail.com, gsreboot@gmail.com. Subject line Q1 for question 1. Episode 77. The reason why you need to have episode 77 is so that we can distinguish between each of the weeks. So make sure you have subject Q1 episode 77. All correct answers will be put in a drawing just like you saw. Some weeks for the people in the chat room and watching the live video feed, we have a second prize that we give away right now. We were giving so away tonight. There's no way we're doing this. Not tonight, folks, but September starts next week. And at least once a month to give you an incentive to come and see us and visit us, that's a great time to come and check and win a prize right on the show live. All right. Episode 77 for this week, Miss Amy. Let's blow these people's minds and show them what they are going to possibly win.
From coinsandpins.com, the 7 Souvenirs of August GeoCoin.
Oh, my gosh. These were out of stock until today?
Nope. They were out of stock until yesterday.
All right. I actually called Aaron because
he posted that they were in stock yesterday.
Yes. And so this is it. You're not going to shoot. You're not going to see it that well. It is a beautiful, beautiful coin. It has kind of a gold bronze look to it. It says Geo Achievement, 7 souvenirs, and it has the 6 different and it's enameled. It's gorgeous. They have jewel colors for the colors of the souvenirs themselves, and it is a fantastic coin. On the back, you have plenty of room to have engraved on the back of the coin. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Again, we want to thank geocoins.com. You can get these right now while they still exist. They probably aren't going to last long, folks,
Nope.
so get them while you can at coinsandpins.com. Go to geosnippets.com, click on the coins and pins emblem, go that way and get it. Use the HeadHardHat code, and you'll get 10% off. Just giving you a little clue with that. So, yes, beautiful coin. We have one. We're giving it away tonight. We just got it.
All right. And the question for this prize is, of the 7 Souvenirs of August badges, what color is the socializer souvenir? You have to know the color of the socializer souvenir.
Send that in by Wednesday, September 3rd, 12 noon Eastern Time for next week's show, and you will become eligible with the correct answer.
Yeah, correct is good.
For winning that fantastic prize. We only got one, and they're going to go out of stock fast, so get them to coinsandpins.com.
Yeah, they've already gone out of stock once.
Yes, they have, and I got to hurry because I want one really bad.
No, you want 2.
I want that and the Achiever one.
You want 2 of each.
Yeah, well, I'm greedy. All right, good stuff. Let's move on. Yeah, if you're looking at the chat room, Taz was kind enough to put the pictures of the 7 Souvenirs of August GeoCoin picture on in the chat room itself, so you can get a look at that. Or go to coinsandpins.com. Make sure you check it out. It is a cool coin. All right. Please let us know what you think about tonight's episode. If you thought the reboxing was really cool and it introduced a brand new startup with a new company with a new game that's geocaching related, which I thought was fantastic. We're going to have a review this week, hopefully in the blog and off of geosnippets.com, and we'll tell you what we thought of as far as finding all that fun stuff. Really cool. Let us know about the show itself. Please, please, please become a patron and help support our show. We greatly appreciate it. Plus, the rewards, as you can see, are something to behold that you can gain from yourself by becoming a patron of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. And finally, tell other geocachers about our show, especially new geocachers. We're a great tutorial show. We get into a lot of subjects, and it's good for geocachers of any experience, but especially, and this show really points it out, the new geocachers need to get a good point of reference so that they can enjoy the game and activity and have fun doing it and not get frustrated. Our podcast is specially geared for letting them know how to do that. So tell all the geocachers.
We want to thank our sponsors, cash-advance.com and coinsandpins.com. Thanks to Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and thanks to everyone watching in the chat room. Please keep those comments coming in, and we'll see y'all next time.
Special thanks to wife Amy. Thank you, darling. You did a lot of reading tonight. Man, we gave away how many prizes? I mean, hokey smokes Bullwinkle. That was great. Tons of stuff. Thank you, Miss Amy, for everything that you do. And thanks to everybody watching the video, listening to us via podcast, or being right there in the chat room helping us out as they go. Thank you so much for being part of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast community. We couldn't do it without you. This is your show, and we really do appreciate it. Please keep those comments coming in, and we will see you next time. All right, folks, great show. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next week on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another spine-tingling episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. And like we like to say at the GeoSnippets Studios here in Raleigh, North Carolina, see you out on the trails, folks. Bye-bye. Please be sure to join us each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, right here on the GeoSnippits website at www.geosnippets.com. The video version of our show is available on YouTube, and the audio version is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, the Tech Podcast Network, and many of our favorite podcatchers. We love hearing from our viewers and listeners, so please leave your feedback by emailing us at gsreboot@gmail.com. Visit us through our social media sites, or contact us via our voicemail line at 919-341-9519, or use our website Send Voicemail tab. GeoSnippits Reboot is a HeadHardHat production and is produced by Amy and Andy Smith. The show is copyright 2014 by Andrew T. Smith. All rights reserved. And clear. Woo! Lots of prizes. Hokey smokes. We're going to be busy going out to the mail, and we're going to try to get those prizes out this weekend. And we're kind of a little bit of a backlog. We apologize for the people in the past couple of shows that haven't received your prizes yet. They're still here. They will be coming soon. It's just a money thing, and until I get paid and stuff, we'll get them out to you. But sometimes that's what it takes for us to do that, and hopefully we'll get them out this week. So yeah, please let us know more about what you want for future shows. We love your ideas. If you want to be a guest on the GeoSnippits Reboot podcast, and we'd love to do a cacher spotlight. I think that would be a really cool thing to do. If you would like to be and tell us about your geocaching adventures for about 15 minutes, and it sounds like a long time, but believe me, it goes like that when we get involved with it. We'd love to have you on as a guest. I think that would be a lot of fun and great, and we will go from there. So we are going to be signing off. We hope you had a great time, and we will see you next week on the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Bye-bye, folks.